Happy Sunday, everybody. I don't know what the holiday is in the US, but tomorrow is Civic Day here. It's a holiday. So if you're in Canada, well, actually, no, I lie. It's a weird holiday because some people still have to work, some people don't. I got to work. So it's not really a holiday, but I will be getting paid holiday pay. So I don't know how it works. But anyway, happy Sunday. Welcome. We are 4 weeks away from football, so that's kind of exciting, but I know you guys aren't here for the football. You guys are here to talk about comics with me and my two amigos. So yeah, let's bring them in. Let's get the show rolling. First up, you guys know him. He just did a $3 million unboxing. He just revealed his face. It is none other than Mr. Previously On. Mr. FaceTime, what's up?
I don't think any of that happened at all. Pretty sure
I always joke that you do these like unboxings. I'm always like, yo, did you catch that unboxing that Face did? And people are like, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, you should go check. And they're like, there's no unboxing. So
yeah, right.
But yeah, so good weekend for you, Mr. Face.
Yeah, can't complain. Picked up some good comics this weekend,
Yeah, there's some good ones, man. There's no I don't know if there's any connecting covers, but I'm sure there is. So if our friend Hyper's watching, he's probably excited. So
there's something coming out with a connected cover this week, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Well, let's bring him out. Our next amigo. He's had a rough weekend. Just busy, right? That's the life of a dad, of a worker, things like that. So let's bring him out. It is none other than Mr. BC Black Crown Comics. What's up, man?
How much you?
Hey, can't complain, man. Can't complain.
So we'll be honest with the crowd. It was actually a bachelor party that lasted all weekend, so that's what's up. But I'm here. I survived it.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Like I was saying backstage, you don't look really tired. You're in one piece. You don't have a neck brace, so it must have been good. So yeah, let's rock. Of course, Keys, Hyper, in spirit, wherever they are, whatever multiverse they're on. What's going on, fellas? I think Keys has the night off, but I don't know. So we'll see. And then Hyper is still on vacation for a little bit. So yeah, it's just going to be us. Before we get started, let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. First up, Newbie. Does this count as the gold medal?
I don't think
it does. I think it does.
Counts as self-love.
Pacino. Well, Team Canada has been relying on the women to medal. So yeah, dude. Canadian men have 0 medals. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Miguel, what's going on? The champ.
There he is.
What is going on, Dan? If you guys missed it, check out Tony Sanders' channel. We added another member of our family. Fellow friend of the channel and previously on, Mr. Dan, to he's another champion now. So congratulations to Dan. It was a lot of fun. Checked it on the rewind, so that's really good, man. I'm glad you won. I'm glad you had a great time.
I believe he's #1 contender for a championship.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, #1 contender. He won anyway. Some people can't even say they won on the show, so I do want to remind people, so we have a friend of the channel, Dan, who's going to be probably the next champ. We've got Hyper, the former 5-time champ, TV champ. And then we've got yours truly, 1-time former world heavyweight champion. So just keep that in mind. Comic Dude, what's going on? Just cruise. Man, I'm hopefully meeting up with Don. We're going to be going to some sort of comic book place. We haven't even decided. We've been, texting back and forth on Tuesday because I actually have a day off. So we're kind of planning things. So I'm going to try to go to a new shop or a new warehouse, something like that. So we'll see. Uncanny Swag, what's going on, man? Nice to have you. Hyper, what's going on, man? Canada got its first men's. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Andre DeGrasse got a bronze. So yeah, one guy. But anyway, you guys know how it is if you're watching in the rewind or later on, or you pop in. Hello. If you're just listening, all good. Have the popcorn warm, have the Coronas ready. And let us begin. First up, well, we got to talk about a few friends. And I say a few friends because I was actually visiting because of work, I was actually able to visit one of our friends. So first up, Big B Comics, 3 stores, Niagara, Barrie, Hamilton. I'll be going to the Barrie one in a few weeks, but you guys know I rep these guys. Make sure you guys go check them out on eBay, Instagram. Check them out, fast shipping. Next up, he gave me a little thing. I have it in the back there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll get it a little bit later. But big shout outs to Bleecker, Jay, and Ben at the flea market. They do their thing on Sunday. So if you're in Southern Ontario, make sure you guys go check them out. Also check them out online, bleekerstreetcomics.com. Boom. And Derek, if you need a logo, video, whatever the case may be, sticker, go ask Derek at Shape State Creative. Tell him Newbie sent you. Yeah, so I just want to say big shout out to Bleecker. I know he said he was going to be coming and watching, but I got to finally go to the flea market since they've started because of like COVID and the lockdowns and this and that, and me working on Sunday. So it's the first time going there. Great experience, good prices. I bought a few books, and of course, Jay is a great guy. So yeah, I got to meet Ben, his partner, as well. So it was kind of cool. And yeah, man, I had a good weekend, man. It was a good last 2 days of like comic hunting. So I picked up a lot of books actually. And you guys will see in some of the videos that come out in the next week or two. But man, some of the deals I've been finding the last like 2-3 days, I'm like on another cloud here, dude. Like I don't know if anybody, if people just stop looking for comics and I'm like the only one. I don't know. I don't know.
I was on a totally different cloud the last 2 days, but but yo, props to you. I do want to get back into hunting. Yo, it's crazy how like I go 2 days without buying comics and I'm like tripping. So
yeah.
Oh shit, we got Shang-Chi in the chat.
Woo, man, wow, that's crazy. Actually, that's important. That's important that he's actually here, because what's it called? They actually announced that it is pronounced Shang-Chi. Is it Shang? Yeah, it's pronounced Shang-Chi. So yeah, they said that it was Shang-Chi. So I'm gonna stop saying Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi. But yeah, they did the. Oh, what was it? It wasn't in the trailer, but it was something else, and they said like it was like Marvel. It was like, yeah, it's Shang-Chi. So I'm gonna be saying Shang-Chi moving forward.
Yo, I think like I've seen Kevin Feige drop the name Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going with. If people want to correct me or get political, hey, it's 2021, go for it. Karen's all the way. So yeah, but yeah, let's get the show going. Ozzy's in the house, Brick's in the house. Guys, you guys missed it. I just gave a shout out to Karen's. We have Shang-Chi in the house. Shang-Chi is in the house, everybody. So make sure Shang-Chi. Yeah, Jesus, I just said it. What the man?
Oh, you just fucking up all around.
You know what's interesting? And somebody had made a comment about it. They're like, dude, when you used to drink beer on the show, you didn't create all these characters. But ever since you went to water, they're like, dude, your Newbie has gotten big. And I was like, yeah. So I might go back to the Coronas. I haven't decided yet. So yeah. We'll see. All right.
If you want, like, I'll say it on air because I don't think Keys is probably going to come across this video, but like Hyper and I have some evil intentions on Ubering stuff to his house. So like, if ever you want us to Uber you beer, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can only imagine what okay. Yeah. We're all learning to correct ourselves. Yeah, man, you have to, right? You have to. And you got to laugh at yourself, right? So who knows? Maybe in 20 years they make a movie or somebody has a t-shirt that says like Death Vader.
Yeah,
I'll be happy.
It could happen.
Massive level,
so we'll see. All right, let's get the show going. Everybody's here. Everybody's warmed up. So let's get it going. And here we go. Now I do want to apologize because I said this last week with BC, and I said I've got to change the fact that it's not July 14th anymore. So let's just, remember that. Newbie is Raj from Big Bang Theory. He needs booze. No, man.
Right.
I don't think I'm. You know what? You're Raj.
Kind of a correlation there.
You're Raj. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Hyper. You.
I'm gonna just leave that one alone.
That was like my scare tactic. So, all right, here we go, guys. Let's start it off.
A whole lot of intimidation going on there.
Oh, all right. First up, you guys know we rock with Image. First up, we've got Firepower 14. I got to be honest, I've kind of fallen off this. Like I haven't really picked up the last couple. I think I was at like 9 or 10, so I have no idea anything that's passed on or been something with this.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
You need to jump back on it. It's still been solid, man. It's been a good read. Yeah, I mean, not much, you know, it's a very self-contained universe, obviously. But yeah, it's a really good read from Robert Kirkman. You know, he's kind of putting a lot of effort into it right now. It seems to be his baby, and yeah, I'm enjoying the series for sure. You know, speaking of Shang-Chi and everything, obviously, you know, it's very heavy on the martial arts and everything like that. So, you know, if you're into that, definitely check out Firepower. Great series for sure.
Yeah. Martial arts, man, is like, I mean, I know it's already been said, like as the next stuff, but like, man, I think not a lot of us understand or we don't grasp what's going to happen, man. I think martial arts is going to have its, you know, Vancouver Comic Junkie and Ryan have come on the show before and have said, they're like, you know, they're going to have horror, they're going to have fantasy, they're going to have this, they're going to have that. So like, I think martial arts is going to be a really big one, especially with how popular martial arts is overall. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, you look back into like the 70s and everything like that. It was its own. I mean, there was a whole genre, you know, of you know, movies and everything like that with you know, Bruce Lee and everything, Chuck Norris, you know, getting big at the time. So, you know, there's definitely you know, a good solid fan base out there for that type of thing for sure. And it's nice to get to see that fan base expanding and growing. And you know, a lot of these comics are really dope too. Like, yeah, if you haven't been on, you know, the Shang-Chi series, or, you know, Firepower is another good one. You know, Iron Fist, of course. You know,
Ludacrats is another one.
Don't know how much martial arts we get in Ludacrats, but hey, why not? Fuck it.
You can tell I'm really pushing this book.
Yeah, you seem to be big on the Ludacrats.
Yo, I swear to God, if it becomes a $15 book before the end of this year, I'll freak.
Oh, right here. And if anybody needs one, I got 2. So we'll go. Oh man,
my man acts like it's taking up long boxes worth of space and shit.
This is crazy.
Oh,
not only do we have Shang-Chi, we've got the Mandarin here.
Wow, man.
House.
Big pop.
I feel like there might be a little family dispute in the chat going on.
Man, that's
So
crazy.
watch out for that.
If I send you guys a t-shirt, can you guys autograph it and then send it back to me asking for a friend? Just saying. All right, next up, number 1. It's coming out this week. I don't know if there's commas in it, but I put commas because I was like trying to understand it. So like the me, you, love in the dark.
Yeah, I don't think those comics, those commas are grammatically correct at all.
No, because I'm reading this, I'm like, the me you love in the dark, and I was like, So I was just gonna like give myself a pause. I was like, me, you, love in the dark.
No. Yeah, all right, Captain Kirk, calm down.
Take it away.
Yeah, no, there's no commas, that's for sure. But I'm picking this one up. It's Scotty Young's book, man. And I can't stop laughing at the commas.
Right?
Yep. But total pickup for me, man. I'm actually looking forward to this. It's it's a Scotty Young book, a hunting story. They kind of compare it to Stephen King too. So, I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a big hype right there. So,
yeah, I gotta agree with BC. I'm gonna check it out. You know, Scotty Young, I like what he's doing over there on Strange Academy.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was surprised because, you know, obviously we know Scotty Young from his art and everything like that, but apparently the man can write too. So, you know, he's taking on some horror stuff. So, Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's a number one. I mean, if it's on the shelf, maybe I'll pick it up. I mean, again, with the number ones, it's kind of a gamble if you go. Chad is the. Oh God. Let's get rid of this. All right. Next up, Geiger number 5. And there was a cover that I wasn't able to get on for whatever reason, so I just put the 3. I will say I kind of like cover A, and then I believe it is cover
C.
Is it C?
Yeah, cover C is like that all green one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm grabbing.
Yeah, I'll probably end up with all of them more than likely. I'm pretty big on this series. Jeff Johns is killing it. It feels like some old school Green Lantern type Jeff Johns writing we got going on right now. So I'm liking the world building that he's doing, and it's early in it. It's only 5 issues in, but solid run so far. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's still a solid run. Everybody seems to be picking it up. I will say that I feel like people have forgotten about it. Like the last 2 weeks or so. I don't know why. Like there was just not a lot of talk about it. Like when you were just talking to different people, you'd bring it up and people would be like, "Oh yeah." Like it's just not one. So I don't know what that says about it, but everybody seems to be picking it up. Everybody seems to be reading it. So
yeah, it might be one of those ones where it's like at this point, we're 4 issues in. It's kind of just it's on the pull list. It's there, so we're reading it and waiting, see where this first arc takes us. And yeah, it looks like it'll probably pick up here. Around issue 6 is obviously where they end the first arc, so we should see something pretty interesting going on here.
Yeah. BC, are you picking up all of them? You said, or just the cover C?
No, for this week I'm picking up just cover C and possibly that middle one. But I've got cover C on my pull. And I agree, man, with everything Faye said. It's a good story. I do hope it jumps at either here or the next issue. And yeah.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. All right. This is probably you know what? I'll probably say it's the biggest book of the week just because of how crazy this is. I mean, last month, issue number 1 was just going crazy. Then people realized that they were doing movie homages, even though I'm pretty sure 99.9% of people knew that already, but some people were announcing it, saying that hey guys, this is. So I don't know where the confusion came, but yeah, we got Stray Dogs 1 5th printing, we got Stray Dogs 2 4th printing, and we got Stray Dogs 3 4th printing. I will say the one in the middle there, is it 28 Days Later? The movie one, right? That I love this one, man. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah. Isn't there a couple more of these?
This is all that previews had. There was a blank one for
There's one for each. I know there's one for each issue, and then I think number 1 has blank and 5 has an incentive or something like that.
Yeah. Previews only had this, so that's just all I was able to get.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple more of them. They're basically reprinting the whole series on this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure 100% on this, but I think it might be the final reprinting that they're doing of them, other than the trade paperbacks and stuff. So
they're going heavy on the trade paperbacks too, eh?
Yeah, man. Seems like there's going to be quite a few exclusives for the trade paperbacks.
It's such a success. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take advantage of every, try to get every dollar you can? It's a smart business move. Everybody's on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat is picking up one, if not all, right? It's just super hot. Last month, it exploded. Even now, you look at the prices of some of these that we're seeing today are probably going to be up in price as well. As a set, I always talk about set. Face, you always talk about the sets as well. At the end of this, whenever this is all over, the run, I mean, you can bet that somebody's going to have all those horror movie ones. They're going to put it as a set. It's going to go for a pretty penny anyway. I feel like if you've been purchasing them up to this point, why wouldn't you continue that at this point? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I've got all my horror covers, and that's one of the beautiful things about this series is obviously we've gotten several reprints of them, but they've all been fucking dope. They've given us new covers and they've been great covers. So collectors that are into this series went hard on it with these horror covers, and I'm definitely one of them. I've got all of them. Good luck getting them from me because you can't have them. But
yeah, and that's the other thing too. The book is really good as well, right? So it's got a lot going for it. So
Face, do you think people should pick up the blanks? You know what I mean? Maybe do a little sketching on those.
Yeah, I hear there's something going on that maybe people might want to give it a shot, draw something on them blanks.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. So what BC is referring to is the art contest that we're doing, of course. Over there on previously on, we've got a little Stray Dogs art contest. I'm gonna take the opportunity to plug it real quick. If you're into Stray Dogs and you're artistically inclined, you want to get in on it. We've got some cool prizes that we're going to be giving away. We haven't set a firm deadline for the submissions yet because we're still working on some different things involved with the contest and everything, but we are going ahead and taking submissions. We've already got some really dope ones. So yeah, for sure. If you like Stray Dogs and you've got some artistic ability, and go ahead and do a Stray Dogs sketch real quick and hit up me, BC, Mr. Key Issues, Hyper Combo. I'll hit up Newbie. He'll send it to us.
Yep, that's right, man. I will.
For sure.
So, yeah, make sure you guys go tune into that. All the guys have been posting about this on their social medias and stuff like that. So you have no excuses. Don't come out and say, "Hey, man, I didn't know about this." They're all letting you know. I've let you know. So definitely go check out the contest. I mean, why wouldn't you do it? It's fun. It's comic related. There's a prize at the end of it. Why wouldn't you want to?
Several prizes,
right? Exactly. Yeah. So why wouldn't you want to do it? So, all right. Next up. Oh, I did have more.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Geez. All right. So there they are. So yeah, we got Stray Dogs 4 4th printing and Stray Dogs 5 2nd printing as well. Jeez, I knew I had it. I messed up.
That's all right. That's all right. We got it on here, so it's all good.
But we got them all, right? We got them all. So yeah, and I think there's more exclusives, but I'm just not that exclusive guy, so I just don't post it. That's just like a whole different world. So
right.
Nothing to the exclusive people, no offense, just
I think it is, man. Exclusives is its own
I know, and I'm not gonna make a slide with like 6,400.
Yeah,
numbers,
it's a fucking rabbit hole. That you will never get out of.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, let's move on to IDW. First up, I really like this, even though like all of them have come out. You know what I mean? Like already, the Raphael one heated up. What was it, last week or something like that? It was like, what did it reach? Like $50?
No, man, I've seen it hit 80 Canadian.
80, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
It just went like crazy. Yep. So now we have the Casey Jones, and you can bet that people were probably who are new to comics or who are new to whatever is going on right now. They probably said, hey, wait a minute, the Raphael one just exploded. Maybe I should get this one. Casey Jones, super popular. We just did a show with Automatic Comics, and we talked about the first appearance of Casey Jones and how it's a book people should be buying even now at the crazy price. But I can see this one being something that a lot of people are picking up.
Oh yeah, I honestly, even just the covers alone, like when you line them all up together, there was a Splinter one. You have all the Turtles. I think we have April coming too. And you know what?
We don't have April coming. We have Arpel coming.
Oh.
Splinters was what, pink?
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah,
pink, whatever. But even just to like pick up and read, and read up on the characters and whatnot, it's a good jumping point, and I think it's a good, marketing tactic to also get some new readers on. So,
yeah, I mean, it's reprint material, but it's obviously it's best of, so you're gonna get some good stories. Yeah, and these things are fucking thick. They are thick as hell. There's obviously a lot in there, and the covers are dope, man. Like you were just talking about, on the last one with the set and everything like that, man. That's how it started. They came out with one for each turtle, and it was just like, they were awesome covers. And they had, of course, Splinter, like you said. Now we're getting Casey Jones, and then I really hope they do some fucking editing on the April O'Neil issue because
I thought that was fake, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro, that was not fake. That was legit. That was on previews, man.
Yeah.
I came across that. I was like, what the fuck?
So not a cover buy.
Do you think? Because like I checked for all the other turtles when it came after that Raphael thing blew up last week, but like none of the other turtles are that hot. It's just Raphael. So do you see this one kind of following suit with Raphael, or just kind of being the same as the other ones?
I mean, Mikey, the second one, Mikey got kind of hot too. It didn't blow up as much as Raphael, but it's still, it still got premium. So it just seems like maybe after a little bit of time, people are
not to mention Raph is probably the most popular turtle too.
Yeah, I think he probably is more people's favorite than just about anybody other than maybe Mikey. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would go Raph, Mikey, Donnie, Leo. If I had to. I don't know. Just kind of my thing. I don't know. Yeah, man. Smart people, man. That's in. Like Donnie can build shit. He's techie. If I have issues with Wi-Fi, who am I gonna get? I'm not gonna get Leo. I'm gonna get Donnie.
I mean,
right?
Leo is the leader though, so
exactly. Yo, I don't know. I can't pick. Like I'm thinking about it too.
Yeah, right. Like it's hard. I can't rank my turtles. I just can't.
Raph is one for me. It always has been. That's just me. So, all right, boom. No pun intended.
Boom.
Ballistic. So we got
Ballistic.
You guys know the fucking name. Come on, man.
Oh, not again.
Ballistic. No, we can't even give him that because there was a Ballistic in the Image comic back in the fucking 90s.
Oh man, come on. As a kid, Leo was my favorite. As an adult, it's Mikey. Yeah, same. When I was a kid, it was like Leo and Raph, and then as I got older, I was like, no, Leo's too like he needs to have fun. But yeah, Basilic, sure, we'll go with that. Basilic. I think I did that for the first issue too, right?
Basilic.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Super popular. I mean, issue 1 kind of exploded again, right? A week ago, 2 weeks ago, it was on cover price. It was going nuts. People were trying to find it. People were making calls, talking about it.
You're talking the second print, right?
Yeah, I think that was the second print. But that had more to do with what was in the second print. It wasn't Basilisk,
Set it off, it would.
Right?
So
that was that Something Is Killing the Children, the House of Slaughter preview or whatever that was in there. That was probably
But still, it makes it hot, and then
oh no, for sure. That being said, it's a great series.
If you're not a fan of it and you picked it up, right? Odds are you probably read it. Let's say, 7 out of 10 people read it, and then they might have just got on the story. So then, people are gonna kind of grow on it. That's just kind of how I look at it from like a business standpoint, I guess. But yeah.
But I mean, if anyone's
smart.
Yeah, if anyone's even reading, it's actually a really good book. So
yeah. Hey, Marvel, there's a few people. I know a few people that are reading it. So
yep.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. The House of Slaughter preview, obviously that was kind of like the big thing for the second printing. But if that was what got you to grab it, you hadn't grabbed it before, definitely give it a read because it's only 2 issues in, but it is pretty good so far. So totally worth the read. And
all right, let's go to my favorite. I should have left Marvel at the end. Should have left Marvel at the end. I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm going to leave Marvel to the end. But at Deadpool, Black, White, Blood, we've had the Carnage one. There were
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine. Because we did that secret variant like a week or whatever back in. Oh man, that was like a long time ago. That was like November.
That was like 36 years ago.
Yeah, something like that, man. It was it seems like forever ago. But Deadpool's got his now. It's the number 1, I don't know. I'm not picking it up. I just put it on because it was his turn. It is a number one. I know how people gravitate towards number ones. Deadpool being super popular. Just made sense.
DC, you grabbing this one?
On my end, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not as hyped about it as I was for the Carnage one, but we'll see. I'll give it a.
I think the Carnage one had a better cover too, though.
And honestly, it wasn't even the cover. Like the read was actually really good. I don't know if you saw what happened at the end, and ironically, it was what I was specking for King in Black. So I was kind of happy I got it on a whole different arc, but whatever. It was a good read, a very good read. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll give this one a shot, but
yeah. I mean, it's Deadpool. I'm gonna pick it up, check it out. You know, because Deadpool's fucking hilarious. Deadpool series have not historically, you know, been overly eventful or anything like that, but you know, usually pretty good reads. So yeah, I'll check it out.
It's interesting. There's I think previews had 3 covers on it. I'm sure there's probably more. This is the cover A. I mean, if you're looking at it, I think like from afar, like the first 3 covers that they have, like say on previews, they all kind of look similar to me. So, but yeah, I'm passing on it. I'm not grabbing it.
Is there an Eastman they can go ahead and fuck us over on later?
Yo, no lies. I think the Carnage one, everyone was going bananas over the Eastman one, and there was the Gleason one. But seriously, the Kyle Hotz one was a beauty.
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was a sweet.
Well, there was a lot of good covers to that. I mean, there really were.
I have to Google that one because I don't remember seeing that one. All right, we got some in Huckley variants. Ooh, Newbie pronouncing it properly.
Well, shit, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, well, I was expecting more. But yeah, so we got these variants. There was another one. I didn't know it was part of it until like the end because it wasn't like when I looked at these, I'm like, oh yeah, these are clearly like a set or something's going on. The other one wasn't, so that's why there's only 3 of them. But yeah, it looks like they're going for this kind of like this Calvin Klein model look for all of them. They're all kind of doing these poses that you would see like models do in catalogs for clothing and something, but I'm assuming there's going to be a buyer. Someone's going to be buying them. Someone's going to put all of them together. I'm not even 100% sure how many there are. This week there was 4.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah. So what are they going to do? Are they going to be doing like 4 every week then?
Probably something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think they even have Silk and whatnot coming out or it passed. I'm not too sure.
Yep, they do.
Yep. But I'm getting some of them. I'm not going for the whole collection, but
there's going to be one that's going to be way better than all of them, and it's just going to demand a high price for, even if it's just for a day or 2, it's going to demand something.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting all of them. I'm getting picky with them. Yeah, like I'm grabbing the Psylocke. I'm grabbing Silk. I might grab the Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the one I'm grabbing.
Yeah.
And Psylocke, but the one that like burned me wallet wise was the Alex Ross. So I'm trying not to fall into that trap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the timeless variants. Yeah, man, there's just too many of these to grab them all. So like, I'm gonna grab certain ones. Yeah, the Psylocke definitely.
It seems like Psylocke is the winner this week, right? I mean, if there's gonna be more, it's gonna be something that we're gonna.
Well, even the Hulk one. The Hulk one it's a beautiful cover. It really is.
Oh, 100%. I don't know. Hey, all right. Everybody's favorite run right now. Web of Spider-Man 3. That's it. That's all I got. I mean, Harley number 1 was the reason I got into this. Shout out to Face because he kind of put me on the fact that it was Harley was going to be in issue 1, but after that, other than that, like I'm not really on the run. I'm not into it, but like I haven't read it, so I have no idea what's going on in this. So
BC?
Yeah, no. Okay, so on my end, I did read issue number 1 as well. I did not read issue number 2. You guys all know that I absolutely love Spider-Man, no matter what. So definitely picking it up. But I mean, I don't know what comes in at this issue, sincerely, because I haven't read 2 yet. So
Yeah. I actually read both issues, the first and the second, and yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's nothing, you know, nothing huge or anything like that, other than like we got the first appearance of you know, Newbie's future favorite character.
yeah.
I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be. There's a reason, man. You got to connect the dots. Marvel with their comics, they know what's going on culture-wise and like in the movies, and they're connecting everything. There's a reason why. I mean, at the end of Endgame, and spoiler alert, Iron Man dies. If you don't know, this is not the community for you. This is not the hobby for you. If you don't know Iron Man,
you just put it out there like that. That's crazy.
This isn't the channel for you, because if you didn't know Iron Man was dead, I mean, you know. But anyway. What I was saying is they didn't have to put him in that scene at the funeral, right? Like even if he wasn't at the funeral, nobody would have thought twice, right? But the fact that he was at the funeral and
nobody would have fucking remembered him.
But that's what I mean, though. Like if they didn't put him in that scene, nobody would have, batted an eye. But the fact that he was, ever since that movie, everyone's like, And then the fact that they kind of bring him, well, not kind of, they did. They bring him into the comic world. There's got to be a reason for it. So I feel like this is going to mean something later on. So I'm not saying it's $1,000 book, but I'm saying it's going to be something. That's all.
I hope they do something with him. Maybe they just put him in that scene to make people be like, oh my God, that's the kid from Iron Man 3. But but yeah, no, I would love it, especially if he ends up teaming up with, let's say, Riri Williams. So
which I think he will. There were rumors too that and I don't see it happening, because like I feel like they have to follow suit. But like some people were like, oh, well, what if he became like Iron Lad? And I'm like, no. So.
Just to answer Philly Bourne's question, they did not cancel Nonstop Spider-Man. I think the next issue drops at the end of August. You even see Zemo like going after Spider-Man with some kind of sword or something. So
yeah, I could definitely see them doing something with them. I don't necessarily know that he's gonna end up being like the next Iron Man or anything like that, but
no, because Riri is.
It just makes it makes some kind of sense that they would probably do something with them. I mean, they're giving them, the push in the comics. Got a fucking Disneyland attraction.
How much? So I know how much, but I'm just saying it to be, devil's advocate. But like, how much was the book? Right, $3.99.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally think they're setting it up. I personally, and I am gonna, make that very clear. I personally think that he is here for a reason. I personally think he will be in the Riri show or a tie-in with it, just like BC said. Definitely going to have his hands with, Riri at some point. But what happens? Okay, even if he just shows up and he's like, hey, I'm Harley. Guess what? That first episode or that first show, that book is just going to skyrocket to at least $20-$25, something like that. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're making your profit, or if you only bought it as a flip, well, there you go, right? Like, that's just the way it works. And if you didn't, well, it was only $3.99. So,
but honestly, I think it's pretty much written in the stars, dude. Because in Iron Man 3, doesn't Tony Stark leave him? Like, he sends him like a whole bunch of like upgraded stuff to like work on tech and whatnot. So I could definitely see him working on tech for Riri Williams when it comes time.
Well, and that's the thing too, because they're portraying him in the comics as
tech savvy,
kind of super genius kid. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense. The Ironheart series coming along down the road and everything like that. That maybe his character.
And he's also had interactions with him where like Riri technically hasn't. It'll be so like I feel like between both of them, I feel like that's the reason we'll get AI Tony Stark. Like, you know what I mean? Just something like that. Before we continue this great conversation about Iron Man, though, Wobbles has a question. He goes, chat, I need advice. Someone offered to sell me a Nova 1 CGC 7.5 white pages for 180 Canadian. Do I pull the trigger or do I wait to try and wait for another copy? I don't own any Nova 1s. I mean, a lot of people who have come on the show, including ourselves, really think that, yeah, like Nova, I think is going to be pretty big. We've had people like Automatic Comics, Vancouver Comic Junkie, who else? Sandy Comic Night. A lot of people who have come on the show or who we even talked to have said it won't matter because once he comes, he's going to be big, so it's not going to matter. It just depends on what you're comfortable buying. I mean, $180 for 7.5. I mean, it seems reasonable. I think 9.2s are like 400. I think 9.6s are 6.7, and I'm pretty sure 9.8s are like 1,200, somewhere around there. So,
yep, spot on. I would buy it definitely. Try to shoot an offer. 150, all shipping included. But yeah,
sure,
it's not a bad book. Me personally, I do think Nova is going to be a bit big. Hyper Scan, you can probably find a better price than that. So,
yeah, I mean, you probably can a little bit. It's not bad. So it's not the greatest price in the world, but it's not the worst price by any means.
No. But what do we always say?
Nova's a solid character. It's a decent price, yeah. Yeah,
but what do we always say? If you want to really, and nothing against anything that's not in this price point, like I'm not trying to say that, but what I'm saying is usually you're spending in between that 2 and 4 range for like a good comic. You know what I mean? Like something that's got like a big potential or has a big character attached to it. You're usually paying in that price, right? Like that's kind of where you're at. Yeah, Chad's right. Offer 150. If they say no, you go back and say, all right, 180. There you go. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Exactly. That's the ticket right there.
I think you can find cheaper. I sold 200.
Yeah, I would definitely shoot the 150 as an offer out there and see.
He says no, you just say, all right, man, 170. Yeah. Boom, done.
Even at that, if you take a risk on, let's say, a raw copy, you're spending between 100 and 150 bucks. So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus the grading, plus the fact you won't see the book for a year.
So,
makes sense. All right, guys. Venom 35 second printing, and now I want everybody to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
This is a $9.99 book, US, which means nothing to the Americans, but for us Canadians here, that's like almost like $12 for this book. I'm passing. I don't need it. I don't want it.
But dude, it's the first. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first cover appearance. None of just Venom as Dylan as Venom, but you got Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman right there in the window.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Okay.
Cool. I thought you were playing. I thought you were joking.
No, that's totally them in the window.
No, hey, that's cool.
Yeah. But no, that's not a reason to pick up the book. I'm just saying, pointing it out. But hey, by all means, pick it up if you're a big hardcore fan of Venom. I dug the way the arc came to end. It was super awesome. So I'm picking it up. I am picking it up. I'm a fan. So
yeah, I mean, and that's I think the difference there is that you're like a fan of it. For me,
kids love change.
BC's like second young. Oh, I guess he's the second youngest in our group. All right, yeah.
I mean, it's new art on the cover, so it was a fucking pricey issue though. So I kind of think that's the hang up with it for a lot of people is that it wasn't it wasn't just a $3-4 issue. This is fucking, what was it, $8, something like that.
For us, it's $12.
So for you guys, it was like fucking $12 and a goat or some shit.
It's fucked up. Bricks has got a good question.
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen any other cover of Dylan as Venom, so I would assume this is the first one with him.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I think it is.
Yeah, so I picked up a few copies. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah.
I mean,
but see, here's the thing. When you guys tell me to get it, and then like, you know, the chat's like, oh, it's gonna be a big book. I'm like, oh man, should I? But like $12. Oh.
Well, guys, don't get bit by FOMO. Like I said, for myself, it's because I'm a fan. I'm not going, oh my God, this is the first cover, buy it up. No, it's just sincerely, I really enjoyed the run. I think Donnie did a great job developing Dylan. So I'm a fan of Dylan to see where this, you know, character goes.
How do you do with Virus?
We are not talking about Virus.
I hope they better. Swear to God.
But yo, like I said, Dylan was a great character, and I know everyone's shitting on Null, but like that was a great fucking villain. I felt like that was one of the better villains we've gotten in a long time, and sure, that's not the way we wanted it to end, but who knows, man? Yo, everyone comes back.
I didn't want to. Let me try again. I didn't want The Sopranos to end the way it did. I didn't want, you know, Dexter to end the way it did. You know, I always joke, but I didn't want Titanic to end the way it did. But you know, sometimes.
Well, a lot of motherfuckers didn't want Titanic to end
I don't think anyone wants it.
But you know, hey, but you know, like it was an abrupt ending, I guess. I think maybe that was the hang up for a lot of people. And then you know, of course, they pull in the fucking, you know, the MacGuffin with Captain Universe and everything. So it's kind of a little bit of a. I don't want to say a cop out. I mean, because that is kind of the purpose of that character. But you know, it was just, it was kind of, it ended up being, I guess, sort of, I expected after a lot of the better, you know, twists and turns that we had and everything, and it just kind of felt like Noah went out a little too quick. But you know, it's comics. I'm sure they'll bring fucking Noah back eventually. So.
Oh yeah, he was a huge success, dude.
What? $1.99.
What? Where?
At Big B. What? Man, the channel sponsor. Come on.
Damn. They were selling the $1.99.
Yeah. Sure. Don, which one? The one in Hamilton, or did you come down here in the Falls? I was bitten by FOMO for the last 25 years. I just got back from LCS and dropped more cash than I wanted to.
Yeah, that's how it starts, Dan. That's how it starts. Remember?
He's back in Modern, guys. This is gonna
get right.
And just remember, Ludocrats won. Print run was very low. You know,
because nobody fucking wants it.
So just, you know, you might want to get Venom 35-second print. It might come back and bite you in the ass.
It's not a bad idea to pick up a copy. I mean, anything like this.
Look, for me, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'll be honest with the chat. Like, if I were to get this book, it is a flip. That's all it is for me. Like, I wouldn't get it for any other way. So, I mean, if I got to sit on it for like 2-3 years before it becomes something, like, I'm probably want to pass. You know, I don't know. But for me, like, I'll be honest with everybody, it would just be strictly a flip.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm okay saying that because I pay my taxes.
Like that sometimes.
That's my opinion. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, Face. This is where you shine, my friend. This is where you try to convince me to buy DC books.
Look at that fucking cover. That's awesome, bro.
Dude, and I'll agree with you, man. When I saw this cover, I was like, yo, this one is sick.
Yeah. I mean, that shit is dope.
That's all I know about it. It's a sick cover and it's a #1. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's a Joker story. I was fucking sold on that alone. So, I mean, for me, I don't even really need to say or tell you much about this because I saw the Joker and I was like, all right, yeah, just go ahead and add that to the list. Looks like it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this one up. I think it's a pretty expensive book as well. I think it's like $8.99 or something.
I think it's. I thought it was $5.99.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I'll double check, but yeah, no, definitely picking it up, man. Anytime Joker's involved. Sorry?
Yeah, Face. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that it's totally worth it.
Oh, yeah. The cover alone, man, is going to be a very hard 9.8 to get. It's a cool cover. Sure. I think this is going to be one of those that people are like, man. So. What's Hyper saying? Yeah, for a flip book, won't do it. This will be a hold. Remember that first cover of Anti-Venom, which was an ASM second print, is worth over 100. So who knows?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yep. All right. Okay, so you guys
Hyper knows some shit.
You guys convinced me.
You're gonna get it.
10:25 p.m. Sunday. I will get it.
Done.
Can we do the same thing and like push Ludacris one though? Like for real?
Guys, correction. It's not an expensive book. It's a $4.99 book.
$4?
Yeah,
okay.
$4.99.
Look at you, BC, trying to get people not to buy this shit.
No. But yo, because it's 40 pages. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a thick one or no?
I don't know. Sincerely, I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a pickup. That's all that matters. Pickups for sure.
Let's try to keep this in real time, the real world. But we got Nice House on the Lake. That's right. Not on the hill. On the lake. Jeez. Number 3.
Could be Nice House in the woods. Nice house down the road.
I said it properly, so.
Nice house around the corner. You know.
Who was it that made the photo of the guy from King of the Hill?
That was Keys.
Killed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Keys, if you're watching, you can't do that today.
So. Go ahead, BC.
Yeah, man, guys, this series is just hot as hell. Like, I don't even need to go further. Total pickup for me. Both issues were solid issues, and I'm looking forward to this one 100%.
Yeah. It's a grab. It's got to be. It's a hot series. I mean, if you already got 1 and 2, why wouldn't you get number 3?
I'm noticing those symbols at the top. I don't know if they represent anything, because I was actually thinking about this the other day. When you look under the title of the Nice House of the Lake, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like whatever symbols, and I don't know like what those represent fully.
Well, if you know anything about me, you know I love those like historic serial killers, and I said this on issue 2. I said this kind of reminds me of like a Zodiac killer thing. Like it's got a vibe where some of these symbols might actually mean something in like the long run of this. I think is going to be pretty important. So it's kind of interesting that you brought up that. I don't know how important, but like I think there's a reason why. I just don't think they slap on some random symbols, right? So yeah.
And I'm interested to see how this series plays out in the end. You know, obviously there's a lot of fan theories out there in regards to this series, especially with, you know, the fact that James Tynion is writing it and that he's also doing, you know, Department of Truth and Something is Killing the Children, and that, you know, there may be some kind of connections through those books or whatnot. But, you know, who knows? Either way, it's a hell of a read so far. James Tynion writing horror is a fucking win. And just go ahead and add it to my pull list every time he's writing horror. So,
okay. First of all, everybody's saying that the symbols represent everybody who's in the house.
Okay. Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so that makes sense. Then Ozzy's saying he thinks issue 4, the next one, reveals a lot of things. Followed by our good friend Magic Lasso saying, well, screaming. I don't want to scream, but, you know, hey, you rock. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Followed by Chad saying, I'm a psychopath. Wait, time out. You like historic serial? No. It's not that the fact that I like them or I'm like,
right.
I'm just saying, like, the whole psychological, you know, all that stuff of them and like the history of it fascinates me, right? I think there was a show on Netflix called Mindhunters, and they were kind of like going about it like that. It was kind of cool, right? So that's all. It's not like I'm rooting for serial killers. Please don't get that vibe. So yeah. Oh man. Remember when Hyper was like in the chats and like didn't talk so much? But
I'm enjoying it.
You can read about those historical serial killers at the library, I heard.
Oh, he went there. I love it.
Well, let's move on. All right. Batman 111. That's it. I'm not buying this. I'm not getting it. I'm not really,
totally buying this. Did you not see the cover B, guys? Like literally a cover buy, 100% cover buy for me. It's a Delato, man. So
so it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good.
It's Batman, man.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. It's Batman. Just it's on my list.
Yeah, but that cover B is like seriously.
Yeah, and anytime you can get Delato at cover price, I'm probably grabbing that one.
See, Miguel knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a great show, right? Yeah. So I just want to clarify because I feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow to like, dude, you like serial killers? Or like somebody will be like, hey man, you want to go kill somebody? Like, no, I'm not. Yeah, no. I'm just saying.
I heard you and Gacy were best friends and shit.
The psychological part of
had
like
Dahmer over for dinner.
How the mind works and like and all that shit really fascinates me. And like the whole mystery of the Zodiac killer. Like I thought that was like super creative. I know it's if you're related to somebody that died because of the Zodiac killer, like I'm sorry, but yeah, just the whole thing about it, like it was kind of like you got to be some different person up here. That's all I'm saying. So
it would seem that the courts agree with you.
Keep in mind, you're a funny hole.
Oh, Marvel, he totally missed the bachelor party, bro.
I don't know what to say to this. Newbie got Dexter on 24/7. You know what? My
it's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah. My girl loves that stuff. Yeah, man. Natural Born Killer. Yeah, dude. See, people.
Natural Born Killer is a great movie.
Oh yes. Really good. All right, Tim's not here. I haven't seen Tim.
Oh, yeah, so, no, I haven't seen that.
I don't know if he's going to approve of this, but we got Dynamite Pick of the Week brought to you by bachelor parties all over the world.
Oh, baby.
Boom. Pick of the week. It's
That's not bad, bro.
$50 book. $50 book. I really like this.
That's not a good price tag.
No, I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't pay $50 for this at all. So just saying, Tim, if you're out there, if you watch on the rewind, or if anybody
Ben
knows
Oliver, so of course,
let them know that this one was a really good one this week. So
yeah, you can't go wrong with Ben Oliver, man.
No, but again, these $50. I mean, there's been some where I'm like, man, if they were like normal priced, I might just buy them, put them away,
for sure.
Thing, I don't know, but I'm not paying $50 for this. It's just no. Do you gentlemen have any honorable mentions before we kind of just get off the topic of comics and head into the news segment, or what?
Did we speak about Skybound 5?
No, we did not.
Yeah, so I know that the Rick Grimes 2000 story is going to conclude there. So I'm looking forward.
Sad.
Yeah, but honestly, it was okay. Look, like I said at the beginning, I totally was under the impression, and I know that a couple of the guys in my chat felt like it was a parody. I didn't know what the hell was going on, and then I found out, okay, it ties to Walking Dead issue 75. Yep. Totally makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sad that this is coming to end, but I was also reading that there's Robert Kirkman and Jason Howard that are putting out some new stuff in this book. So I'm curious to see where that goes.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Ben Oliver can have my debit card info. I just bought his set of Something is Killing the Children with Color Splash.
Yeah, he killed it, man.
I'm just saying there's supposed to be
no it on anything.
That too, eh?
Yeah. What other books were there?
I forget what the fucking what is shit. I can't remember what the name of the characters is. Whatever that they're introducing in 5.
Oh, no idea. But the Negan baseball bat looking like a lightsaber is so badass.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Like I want one.
But you let me know when you come into Ontario, man.
Oh, we're coming.
You let me know. And speaking of, now that I got a lot of Canadians in here, if you guys know anything that's going on, whether it's a show or not, please, let the community here in Canada know. It's been a while since any of us have been able to go to shows and cons. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, there's rumblings of certain things going. Please, if you know, let everybody know. Because us Canadians, we haven't had a show. I will say this in the most positive way I can. I mean, no I'm not trying to offend anybody. but it pissed me off seeing people go to Terrificon. Like it really pissed me off. Like I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's so nice. But then like everybody was posting about it. I'm like, man, I wish I was there. And then it just got to a point where I'm like, man, everyone's having fun without me. And then I was like, man, screw everybody. You know, like it just went to like all the phases of it because I'm like, man, I wish I was there.
You're a real fucking hater,
right? No, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like I'm happy for everybody, but like it just got to the point where I'm like, fuck, like because there's no shows. There hasn't been anybody saying, hey, there's gonna be a show, there's gonna be a con, nothing. So like we're kind of over here in Canada, kind of like, all right, so are we waiting until next year? You know, like so it's just one of those things, right? So
yeah,
you guys know anybody or any show that's going on, let me know because like I would love to go to a show or I'd love to go to a con. I know Sandy at Comic Night, he kind of orchestrated this like what's it called? This like parking lot thing like just before COVID. There was like 8 or 9 vendors and stuff like that. So even if something happens along those lines, let us know, man, because I'm down to go. I know Hyper and BC and a few of those Montreal guys or Quebec guys said they were coming down here. So like, you just let me know.
So. Yeah. I just want to point out Pacino's comment. Pacino, if you want to go, you're getting married. We can use this as your bachelor party excuse, right? Just don't tell your wife we're going to raid honey holes because you know bachelor party and that just it doesn't go together. You don't say that. You just don't say that.
So, Comic Dude is saying Ottawa's got September 5th, a 1 day only. That's only 8 hours away, so that's not out of the realm. I mean, if I drive with keys, it'll probably be like 5 hours because, you know, he lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh, stop.
So, and Hyper is saying Fan Expo in Toronto is still scheduled for September 24th. Okay, so I got to get a move on then. And then Comic Dude is also saying Newbie going to be up your way August 21st to 23rd, man. Gonna have to. Oh, dude, I'm actually off that weekend. So if you're around, let me know. Yeah, we'll definitely talk. Yeah, for sure. I'm off that weekend, so maybe it's meant to be.
Whoa, hey, there you go.
Okay, so
other connections and friendships and shit. What it's all about.
Face, weren't we talking about Avengers 47 coming out?
Yeah. I think there's a first appearance in like one of those. Yeah, in one of those too.
Because it involves the Winter Guard and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
yeah. For it's probably gonna be some kind of different take on She-Hulk or some shit.
Yeah, but I would keep an eye out on it. 100%. Immortal Hulk as well. It's issue 49, so we're one away
from the end of it.
Yeah, we're one away from the big finale. Definitely picking that up. Speaking of finales, Silk number 5 drops, which is the final.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Is that the last issue of that, or I thought it was ongoing?
Yeah, it's a mini series. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
There's Sinister War 2. I really hope something happens in this one because number 1.
Yeah, don't give me. No, please.
Yep.
Just give me Spider-Man after.
Yeah. We spoke about Spirit Rider number 1 a while back.
Yeah, is that coming out this week too?
Yeah, that drops this week too. There with the
oh shit, yeah, that's gonna be a good one to get for sure. Yeah.
So
I think there's some pretty dope covers for that too.
Yeah, the interior art's beautiful. I didn't see who the artist is, but I really dig it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole concept is like she's some sorcerer supreme /
right. Yep.
Spirit of vengeance type thing.
Sorcerer supreme.
What?
Yeah, she basically fucking Ghost Rider on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Chad, I'm actually looking at the photo that you sent me, and those are pretty sick. That's pretty cool, man. Shoot.
And I just want to give a shout out. There's another book that's dropping this week called "We Don't Kill Spiders." It's 3 issues. I actually picked up the Ashcan. I managed to get my hands on one, and it's a pretty cool story.
Nice.
So, if you're into those indie reads with a lot of slaughtering.
I should leave the damn spiders alone and do nothing to you.
Right. If they're in my house, maybe, but outside, leave them alone.
Oh,
I mean, they're just trying to protect you from the mosquitoes and shit, and you want to go around killing them.
Yep.
Dude, that's one of the reasons I don't go to Australia. It's because of the fucking bugs and shit. Like, I can kill the size of them that we got here in North America, but like, my mom went to Australia once. She came back with pictures, and I was like, yeah, no,
it's like
I can't do that. Like, I don't think I have to kill anything with a baseball bat. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not normal.
Australia is a fucking death trap, man. Everything there will kill you. Everything there will kill you. It's poisonous or some shit.
I will say I don't know if New Zealand is the same, and I only say that because like I know when I propose, like our honeymoon is going to be in New Zealand because we both talked about it. So I hope New Zealand isn't that crazy, but we'll see. Australia? Fuck that. I'm not. Yeah.
They filmed Lord of the Rings in New Zealand, so like.
Who cares? So.
How bad could it be?
I remember my sister because like we are a traveling family. Like we used to travel a lot. Like not to Disneyland, but we would travel to like different countries and stuff like that. So I remember the one year. Long story short, we travel a lot. Boom, and then the one year my sister's like, all right, well, why don't we travel to? I forget what country it was, but she's like, yeah, because they shot Vikings there. So like we could just like hang out by like the beach or the ocean or beach or whatever. And I was like, why would I go to do that? Like I could care less about that. You know what I mean? Like they shot that there. Great. All right, cool. Let's move on. Oh, Australia. Everything is either giant, poisonous, or both. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck, man. Somebody, I don't drink coffee, but somebody had told me that in Australia, I think it was my mom, that after like 1 o'clock or something like that, or noon, they don't really drink coffee there. Like it's not like a big thing. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Australian spiders are North American spiders on PUD.
And then some.
Yeah, dude, Australia is like
exactly.
Oh, man. All right.
You gotta be hardcore to be from Australia.
Oh, dude, yeah. And they all surf and stuff. Like I heard like if you fight an Australian, it's like basically you're either surfing or you're like hunting kangaroos. And I'm like, I'm probably terrible at both of those things. So like
I can't kill a kangaroo. Come on.
So all right, guys. No Anderson on CNN, but we got some news here that we got to talk about. First up, Black Adam is going to be PG-13. However, what did you expect? Come on.
Yeah.
However, it's not going to affect the kill count. So typical fashion in superhero movies, we're still going to see those deaths, but we're not going to see them R-rated. So it's, it's kind of like the Venom where he like kind of goes to eat the guy's head. We don't really see it. It's kind of going to be like that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really surprised, to be honest with you. I know that there were some rumblings of people being like, hey, this should be an R-rated movie. But like how I just don't see it. Like, so.
I mean, they want kids to go see it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
The Rock is going to lay the smacketh down, but he will not be fully killing people gruesomely. I do expect the rock bottom from the sky to the floor.
Oh God, I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
I forgot which movie it was where he actually did that, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man! Don't tell me."
Walking Tall.
Yeah, there you go. Through a table or some shit. I was like,
"No, yeah, we don't need to lean into the wrestling tropes for Black Adam, please."
No, hell no. I'm just playing.
Fucking people eyebrows.
Hey, I think Triple H did the same thing in Blade. I think he did like the spine buster on somebody. I can't remember if that's true.
No idea. But guys, I think The Rock is beyond established that he will not throw in anything.
Yeah, we don't need to see that
wrestling related.
But who knows? Maybe at the end of this movie, we get Peacemaker, John Cena going.
Oh, that would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible.
Right?
I want to just ruin the fucking movie, huh?
Oh, shoot. It wasn't Walking Tall. It was the
Rundown.
The Rundown, yeah. I always get confused with the two. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised, though.
I mean, same shit, really.
I'm not really surprised. I never once thought that this was going to be R-rated. Again, Shazam is a kid himself, so they have to do that. I think this movie is going to be very successful. And I've been on record to say that I really think that Black Adam is going to do a lot for DC, and it's going to change, how it's viewed, to be honest. So
yeah, I agree with what Pacino just said, because 100%, especially with The Rock, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's going to want to go watch this movie. So it's a smart move.
Yeah, it makes sense. Not surprised by this.
What does it say? Does not affect the anti-heroes. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading.
Black Adam won't be one of DC R-rated films, but don't expect it to affect the anti-heroes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Doctor Strange and Sorcerer Supreme, but one of the writers actually teased that it could be a different one, stating in the article that, we've seen a lot from Doctor Strange with the first movie and him kind of grow into the MCU and kind of build those relationships with other characters. So they're saying that this movie coming up, which we all assume is going to be one of the biggest ones, we're going to be introduced to a lot of things. They're saying that it could be somebody else that he kind of gets into conflict with, which we kind of already think that's going to happen anyway, but it's going to be a big time tease. I'm very interested to see what happens here. But I was always interested to see what happens in Doctor Strange 2 anyway. I think Loki and Doctor Strange 2 were the two that I kind of circled as like, these are going to be like the ones that change everything. So,
yeah.
I mean, is this even relevant? Who the fuck cares? Yeah. Multiverse is literally in the fucking title. So the fact that there could be a different Sorcerer Supreme, okay, there could be 36 different Sorcerer Supremes in the fucking movie. I mean, multiverse is literally in the title.
Dude, I got a question.
Have a Sorcerer Supreme, so.
I got a question before BC, or you know what, BC, go ahead. I want your thoughts.
I was just gonna point out that, remember, I think it was the other day. There was like the leak where they released the toys, the action figures, and we got like the Spider-Man Sorcerer.
Yes, yeah.
So
for What If and everything, yeah.
Well, I posted that on the Lego one like 2 months ago when everybody was like fucking destroying me, saying, "Oh, it's just clickbait. Why do you put?" And I'm like,
yeah, don't nobody pay attention to you,
dude. Like, I'm not. I get it, but like sometimes they work and they reveal something. But yeah, they had that one on the Lego set too. So, here's my question for you guys, and if there's people who don't agree, it's all good. But Just Cruz said, "I hope it's Brother Voodoo." Do you guys think? Because I was kind of just thinking about this the other day, just shooting the shit with somebody. They have him in play. Do you think that they could kind of like? I could totally see them doing a scene where like what's her name, who's like trying to get all the Thunderbolts together, like she kind of gets him involved, like because they don't really have to follow the comics, right? They could just do whatever and have the characters they have, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they, switch up a character or two. But I honestly, I would love it if they.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but they have a character that's perfectly suited for that already in Mordo. So
yeah,
I think she would go towards Mordo first. I mean, that would kind of make more sense. But I would love to see, Brother Voodoo get introduced in this movie, and there's a chance that we could get that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't know. Voodoo is going to be popular. I mean, there's a reason why like he ended the way he did, and the fact that they haven't really touched him yet. You know what I mean? Like I think there's something there. So, and again, it's not in her face, so even that first appearance is kind of low.
Yeah,
I always tell people this. Like, if you have a first appearance of a character that could potentially show up again, and you're buying it at $400 or $500, the argument is okay. Yeah, why is it $400 or $500? I mean, the character's not around anymore. But once he hits, I mean, you're looking at almost double the way that the market is right now. So it wouldn't be a bad investment to go look at those Voodoo books.
Yeah,
see if there's any money to be made, because you could have something there.
I'm curious. I haven't checked in forever, but I think it was Strange Tales 169 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No, not 169. 169 is or no, that's not Strange. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but I haven't checked in a while to see what that's at. But I'd be curious. I'll be checking after this show. Yeah. Someone's gonna outbid me. Fuck.
I miss Sam. Sam used to be the guy.
Well, they are now.
All right, this is getting a little nasty, but as you guys know, Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney because of something in the contract and what she was owed because theaters were closed. I will point out, Emma Stone is doing the exact same thing with Cruella.
Yeah.
Doing the exact same thing. And I think there might be more characters. I'm interested to see what happens with like Dwayne Johnson and those characters because it's, again, also one that goes like that. So, like, I don't know. Maybe they could join the fight. I don't know. But it's going to be very interesting what happens. But this is getting nasty. Like, this could kind of tarnish Black Widow and Scarlett Johansson from Marvel down the road. So
she's already done anyway. So
yeah, I don't think she's coming back, dude. So I feel
no, they already said she's done. So
yeah, this is she's got nothing to lose technically, and man, I totally understand where she's coming from. I would feel, you know, the exact same way. Like you sign a contract, but I mean, I don't know the fine prints of the entire contract, but if from what I'm gathering, you know, based off of performance of, you know, the theaters and whatnot, that impacts her revenue of what she makes off of the movie. I mean, it does suck. We're living within a pandemic. They chose to go, you know, by releasing it digitally and whatnot. So it is kind of unfair. I hope they find some middle ground though, because I mean, she's the OG. You know what I mean? She's been around, and it just sucks to see it unfold like that. But I totally understand. I mean, from a business perspective, like, dude, I think she's lost what, millions out of what could have potentially been, you know, a salary for her. So
yeah. Quick question: first time seeing tears in the MCU movies is what?
Sorry,
what?
What is her first appearance in movies?
It was Iron Man.
Iron Man.
What? There was 3 movies, guys.
Iron Man 2.
All right, I'm just testing you. I just want to see your. Just want to see your trivia. That's all.
It sucks that it's, you know, kind of playing out the way it is, but it's not really surprising to see this come about. Like, the thing is, you know, these actors and actresses, they entered into these contracts and everything for these movies pre-COVID, and then, you know, COVID hit and it kind of changed up the game, and obviously how things are, you know, going to be distributed going forward. So obviously that's going to need to be addressed in future contracts. It's just unfortunate because, you know, some of these actors and actresses are getting hit with it, you know, because of the contracts that they entered in prior to this. Now, of course, moving forward, I'm sure you'll see actors and actresses have, you know, provisions in their contract for some cut of, you know, the revenue off of, you know,
well, you look at it like
plus sales or whatever, but
look at sports contracts, and I know, you know, some of you aren't into sports, but like ever since COVID, like now sports contracts actually have in their provisions and in their fine print about like, hey, if there's ever a world pandemic, you won't get paid, or you will get, you know what I mean? Like that's something that people are talking about now because of the fact that it's happened in our lifetime. So, you know, who's to say it doesn't happen or if things continue?
No,
two things that stand out to me about this whole thing. One is the fact that Kevin Feige came out and said he's angry and ashamed of it. That tells you how important it was to him. 2, you look at somebody like Scarlett Johansson and you look at somebody like Emma Stone. I know, totally, completely different stories, but like they're both suing Disney for the same thing. They're going out on a limb because, like, okay, they might be done in the MCU or Cruella for Emma Stone's thing. But like, you're also talking about a lot of other projects that if this goes bad, like, you know, they could do Disney movies, voice stories, or, you know, whatever, right? Like they're kind of biting the hand that feeds them, right? Like for future work and stuff like that. So those are the 2 things that kind of stand out to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. But dude, the way I kind of see this, like I said, I don't know the fine details behind the contract, right? So we can't really go out saying too much. But I was actually talking about this earlier, and I was like, for me, it kind of reminds me of, like, let's say a homeowner's insurance. Like, dude, you're insured, you know what I mean, for flood, fire, this and that. But freak of nature, dude, you don't get anything, and it's normal. You know what I mean? Like this pandemic, prior to it, I mean, it's kind of I don't want to say a freak of nature, but I mean, who saw this coming, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. 100%.
What a DC character would be, like sort of tailor made for Scarlett Johansson to play, because I could see that shit happening within the next few years.
Poison Ivy.
Kind of like it'd just be like kind of like a little coup by like WB or DC to bring in Scarlett Johansson now.
Poison Ivy.
Actively go after her.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy.
There you go. There you go. So hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But it's Scarlett Jo, man. I don't think she'll be out of business. Maybe she'll be, obviously rubbing some people the wrong way with this.
And you know what? I've got 5 sisters. One of my sisters is pregnant, but she's also pregnant. She's also expecting a child. So
yeah,
it's perfect timing. She's going to take a break probably. So, the next time we see her, it'll probably be in a better spirit, but who knows? I mean,
she probably won't work for fucking Disney again.
Red Punch, maybe. Ooh.
Yeah, hey, Red Punch. There you go.
Yeah. Well, this is all interesting because it brings me to my next point of news. She's done. It's done. I mean, I think we all knew that, but she's officially done. There's no more cameos. There's no more. She will never be in another screen, according to the Marvel report. She's done. If you haven't watched Black Widow, that's it. If you haven't watched that movie, that's it. That's the last time you will see her play this part.
Well, not surprised. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's really anything new. We know that it's going to be Elena going forward. So,
yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of prefer that character over Black Widow. Don't get me wrong. Black Widow was great throughout all of the MCU and all the movies that came out, but
yeah, Yelena's gonna be badass, bro.
Yeah, she's feisty, and I feel like she's gonna be standing forth more as a bigger character than Black Widow did. You know what I mean? Black Widow came out as I don't want to say the B class type hero in the group, but I mean,
she's human, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking more forward to.
Oh, it's Batman.
Oh God, yeah.
But I'm looking forward to what the future is going to bring now with Yelena. And Scarlett Jo did a phenomenal job on Black Widow. And when they had to sacrifice Black Widow, my heart. But I'm ready. And this is probably exactly why she is ready to sue Disney, right? She's got nothing to lose, like I said. So, I mean,
future work.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean. Yeah. That's all possible, potential, right?
Yeah.
Nothing solidified. The contract was solidified. So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, I guess there's no real surprise here. We kind of all knew it was expected, but again, it's kind of
in the DCEU.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, that you won't even see her in a flashback, cameo, nothing like that. That's kind of it. So.
I think the proper approach would have been to discuss it with her, in a sense of hey, no one saw this pandemic coming. Let's talk. Let's reevaluate this and let's
renegotiate a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think that would have been proper. I don't think it needed to come out the way it did, but hey, I'm sure Disney's gonna, reach out to her, and or if they haven't already, and same thing with Emma Stone and whatnot. They're gonna obviously settle. If it gets brutal, then
probably
we'll have more news to talk about. But I mean,
settle out of court.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So it's not like Disney can't just be okay, here's your money. Here's an extra 10 or here's an extra 20.
Extra 50.
Yeah, 50's So.
Apparently that's what she was supposed to, I guess, lose by how they did it, but whatever.
Hyper. I knew that, and I actually, while I was watching Black Widow, I thought to myself, I'm I know this girl from somewhere. Where? And then it clicked that because she dyes her hair blonde in that wrestling movie, and that's kind of where I was oh shoot, it's her.
I just want to give you props for watching a wrestling movie, Newbie.
I used to watch wrestling back when I was younger, man. When The Rock was there, and NWO, and Stone Cold. But then after they left, it was
yeah,
I feel you.
John Cena, purple shirts, and it's just nothing against the color purple. I got a purple shirt, but I'm just saying it just wasn't good. Like, it's kind of, I don't know. I can't even say it's kind of getting better, but I mean, like, I don't know. Roman Reigns is cool. Like, when they had the Shield and all that stuff going, Batista came back. Triple H was it was kind of cool, but I don't know. I just can't get into it right now either. Like,
guys, there's no competition. There's no fire being started under the ass of.
Yeah, like they had to bring back John Cena.
Isn't well? They have that AEW shit, right?
Yeah, yo, I watch AEW more than I do WWE right now. So go figure.
Yeah. I hold on. I don't know if I sent it to you. There's like a Hulk Hogan video that always cracks me up when he gets like RKO'd by Randy Orton. Like, he's walking by the car, but like as he's walking, he like lowers his head. Right. So he's walking by a car and he's like, and then he gets like RKO'd. And I'm like, why would he bend down like that? Why would he?
So that he could get RKO'd.
Yeah. Why would he, onto a car? So
yeah, why not?
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's see here. Geeking out with Melly Mel. I used to watch wrestling with my dad years ago, just like you said, with The Rock and Stone Cold. Yeah, the badass stuff, right?
Yo, Common Criminal. Yes. I hope him, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt got released. I don't know what happened there.
I know. By the way, Jungle Cruise is such a good movie. Def watched it with no. You know what? I'm waiting to because our theaters just opened up, so like I'm kind of wanting to just go see it in theaters. I'm gonna spend the same amount, but like it's just better to go see it in theaters anyway. So I'm gonna check it out. And CM Punk. Yeah. I'm not really I'm not a big fan of it.
Is that like an actual thing? Did they like confirm that or something?
Yo, free my boy Alberto Del Rio.
Who?
Alberto Del Rio.
I'm pretty sure you just fucked that name up.
Did I? I don't know, man. See, that's the thing. I haven't Alberto. No, it's Alberto
Del Rio.
Del Rio. Del Rio. Whatever, man.
He's your paisan, no?
Come on, man. I went to my local cinema and it was great. Yeah, good. So
it felt good to be back. I just want to put it out there. When I went to watch Black Widow, especially going to a theater to watch an MCU movie, I didn't care what movie it was. It could have even been Iron Man 3. I was happy.
Whoa! I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no,
you would have been in for a great cinematic adventure then.
100%.
Yeah, fucking adventure.
So I just want to give everybody a little breakdown of what's going to happen. I know it's kind of, we're in August, the last month of summer. And sometimes, people get busy and stuff like that, but we're going to keep going, right? So I'm going to give everybody a heads up. So next Tuesday, or this Tuesday, we've got Hottest Comics of July. It's going to be very interesting. They always are. They're always really fun because there's a lot of things, like you have regrets that you didn't buy it or this or that, whatever. So we got that. Next Tuesday, we've got that semifinal before we get into the final of Grail versus Grail. And I told you guys last week, it was one of the hardest ones I had to make. It was very hard. I don't want to hear anybody be like, oh, this is easy, because it was really hard to like put these ones together. 3 weeks time, Mr. BC and I were talking. We were talking backstage, and we were like, "Yo, why don't we just like do a show where it's just like uncut? Like, these are already uncut, but like we're just gonna be basically open mic night. Let's say, right? Uncut. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any topics that you want to talk about, that's what we'll do. We'll have no
script, no
specific topic. Like because we're not scripted, but like we know what the shows are gonna be. We kind of have like. Okay, we're going to be talking about the hottest comics of July. So only those books apply, right? Things like that. So we're just going to do one of those. So 3 weeks time, if you guys have any questions, things like that, or topics, news, whatever, we can talk about it all. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then, we're going to get back to, our normal thing. Maybe we'll add the Uncut Tuesday to our thing. But yeah, it's just going to be, and I don't want to put it as like a Q&A because it's not. It's just going to be basically hanging out, talking about whatever subject, news, movie, anything. So we're going to do that. And strategically, we did it for the week after the first release of What If. And don't forget, guys, the What If is on Wednesdays, and it's 10 days away. So just keep that in mind. Are you guys a fan of the whole Wednesday thing, or are you guys a fan of the Friday thing?
I'll be honest with you, dude. Dad life. Wednesday, Friday, whenever I have time, I'm gonna watch it. So that's what it comes down to. But I think Wednesdays actually does it for me because Monday to Friday I don't watch much TV. I don't watch much TV to begin with, like not even on weekends. But
yeah,
Wednesday night is definitely a night where if there's no sports and I flip on the television, there ain't anything I'm really interested in. So whether it's Wednesday or Friday, I'm happy.
Dude, now that sports is gone, like all I'm watching on TV is like Ancient Aliens, the Unexplained. I was watching Shark Week, but even that was like it wasn't that great. So
my wife is into like all these Netflix series and whatnot, and like I have no idea of what the current hot thing is, right? So like
I don't know either. Yeah, my girl just watches like killing shows and stuff like that. So I've always told like my friends and family, I'm like, if I ever die,
your girl,
just remember this. Okay.
After telling us how much you historically love fucking serial killers and shit, your girl. You want to blame it on your girl?
Mysteries, man. She watches all the mystery stuff and all that. And sometimes I'm like, are you planning to like kill me or something? Like, what's going on? So
I don't know, man. I think it's taking a toll on you because you were talking about killing spiders with
yeah, man. They got some kind of weird relationship going on up there, man. If you hear about a couple serial killers in Newbie's area, I'm just saying.
Listen, I'll say this, and I'm not flaunting because but I live in a nice neighborhood. I live in a really nice area. I love where I live, man. It's a great place. Like I can leave my car unlocked, and like I know all my possessions will be there. So knock on wood. But
yeah. Oh, Dahmer's neighbors thought he was just a quiet, normal dude too. I'm sure.
Well, you make sure
how you're fucking eating people.
Lock those doors when we come to town, bro. That's all I'm telling you. So.
Oh man, yeah. So everybody's liking that uncut thing. So yeah, so we're gonna have a great time, and obviously, we'll let you guys know. I mean, it's in 3 weeks' time, but like, if you ever have a question, like we always get questions in the chat, but it's always nice to know, like going into something like, hey, these guys are gonna talk about my question, things like that, because sometimes it gets busy, and we do miss a few questions. So that's what we're gonna do. I think it's a fun thing, and you're just gonna get uncut. You're gonna get our honest opinion, because if somebody in the chat blankly, says, hey, what do you think about this book? And I'm like, nah, I would pass on it. You already know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see like our genuine thing. It's not like, we're practicing for a certain book, but
on my end, for those of you that, have yet to do YouTube shows, which I sincerely encourage it because it's a blast. Prior to going live, and then even when we're going to wrap up this show, I can assure you, Newbie, Face, Keys, Hyper, we all stay on for about another hour or so afterwards shooting the shit. And it's like, man, but I feel like if we left this on, stream, I think people would really enjoy this because we go to another level. So I think it'll be a good time.
And going way off topic here, but Paul Bernardo, they weren't from my area, but actually I went to high school with Kristen French, who they abducted. So like everybody around like St. Catharines area, because that's where it happened. I don't live in St. Catharines anymore. I used to. I don't live there anymore. But like, yeah, it's very well known about, Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. So yeah. So yeah. But other than that, I mean, you can leave your car. You can
other than serial killers.
Yeah, that's in St. Catharines. I don't live in St. Catharines anymore, man. I've moved out. I'm in a nicer city, quieter.
Where nobody.
I ain't heard about no serial killers in St. Catharines since you moved either. But I'm just saying.
No, dude, there's bodies because it's so close to Niagara Falls. The bodies are always showing up, man.
What are we talking about?
Where Newbie's hiding the bodies, apparently.
Yeah. Listen. Show's over. Face. I know you got
to put out too much info.
I know you got a show coming up tomorrow. What is going on there? Let the people know.
You know what? BC, go ahead and take this away because it's all you, bro.
So when I first started and I hopped on Instagram, I started with bracket challenges, man. And we're going to bring one to you guys live on the show. Rather than voting off of Instagram and whatnot, clicking like, oh, I like this movie or that movie better. No, you're going to vote for it in the chat. So we're going to start that tomorrow. We're doing the best of the MCU movies. So everyone's going to vote for their best. We're starting with the wild card tomorrow. It's going to be basically the prelims, all the we put pretty much the lesser favorite
Trash.
Yeah, pure trash. Iron Man 3, Captain Marvel, they're all there. So yeah, it's a big round. I threw in some curveballs that people are gonna be like, what? It's not a total bad movie. It's just, I just wanted to spice it up a bit. But
right.
But yeah, man. So live voting is gonna start tomorrow, 7. We go on. We're gonna present the bracket to you guys, and then everyone can vote for their favorite in the chat, and we're gonna see who wins the best MCU movie. And we're currently stand at 24, so I'm curious to see what you guys pick.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
Yeah, so that's what we got going on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Join us previously over on my Facebook channel. Of course, we got the art contest going on for Stray Dogs. So, again, if you're artistically inclined and you're a fan of the Stray Dogs series, you want to get in on the art contest, just go ahead and do a sketch of your favorite Stray Dogs characters or whatever on whatever medium, and hit up me, BC, Mr. Key Issues, Hyper Combo, Newbie Comics, any of us, and we'll get you entered into the contest. And we're gonna have some awesome prizes. There's gonna be some signed comics involved and stuff. So
yeah, so it's gonna be a good time. So remember, guys, it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, all the way on Face's channel. You got previously on. You got the family there. All right. For me, you guys will see me on Tuesday. We're gonna be doing the hottest comics of July, and then there's gonna be a video popping off later this week. So hopefully you guys tune in for that. Other than that, guys, keep searching for those books because they're out there. Later, everybody. Thanks.
Peace.